back. Quick interlude.
Correct.
But brother, you was saying some stuff. You was talking about the game, and we had some off-camera conversation, and we just gotta keep it real with the people, man. Like you said, so the game is talking about what a man is supposed to provide and everything. We're trying to say, okay, who tells a woman what she's supposed to provide? And at the end of it, it has to be all about communication. Now, I gotta give kudos to the young lady that sent that to me. She said that has to be about communication. But what she also said is, she called me by my full name. She said, Eugene, I know it's about to get serious. Eugene, I know some men that are providing, protecting, taking care of the kids, doing what they have to do sexually, and they still don't get a meal. And she said, I don't understand that. And I said, yo, it's because you're from, so your culture is different. I said, but, I hate to say it, I said, but these women over here, that's not how they see it. Because, what I thought about, right? What's that saying, right? The way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Right.
Why are you telling me you like food too? Why are you telling me you like to eat too? You taking what your mother and your grandmother taught you and flipping it to you. So then if that's something that's supposed to get to my heart, but it gets to your heart also, so you're looking for that from me and not giving it to me, that's one less thing we kind of can provide for each other.
Listen, the earlier family took a lot of the biblical standards for what a family is. And the greatest massacre that happened in the United States of America, in this world, is the massacre of the black family. How did they do it? They would have the black man's wife and family, son, daughter, be front stage while they would whoop and be masculine their men. Because understand that back then, the men represented the strength of the family. It's to the point where I've seen things and I've heard to where they would put the gun in the kid's hand and be like, if you don't shoot your dad, we gonna shoot you.
Let's even bring it to something closer to home, to what some people are like, well, that's slavery, that's what happens, right? Let's bring it to the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Like you said, the massacre of the black family, what Joel was saying, they massacred the structure of the family.
What the structure was.
You took the man out the home, and then you told the woman that the government was her man. And what I mean by that was the Section 8, the food stamps, the assistance, the hey, you can do this because he's in jail. You don't need him.
He's absent, right? The man, before all of this, you never heard of a deadbeat dad. You never heard of an absentee father. The man always came home.
You want to take it another step further?
Bring it up.
Take it another step further, right? So whenever there's a separation, right? I don't like to say that other word because that other word is death. You know what I'm saying? When you're married, the other word is death. What happens, right? Who gets what? Right?
Look what they did. Look how it's...
The man always loses.
No matter
what
I
mean by losing is that he never could really get custody of the kids. And he still has to give up half. And he has to pay child support.
It's only very few, Kevin Federline, but it's not a lot at all.
but he's
linked. That's protection.
Exactly.
But let me be fair, because it happens to white men too. We see like my guy Jeff Bezos, right? Look, I'm not saying his wife wasn't with him shooting in the gym, but they got divorced. You mean to tell me she deserves all that money?
I mean, that situation,
I'm just saying, but that's the magnitude.
Dr. Dre, this situation, Jeff Bezos on there, look, that was...
Listen, I'm going to resolve myself from all these comments right here. What's going on right now? Ladies, we not bashing y'all.
No, we're not. Listen, this is
lopsided situation.
Listen. This is the point I want to get to. This is the point that I'm really trying to say. We used to be a partnership in the family.
Already.
To the point where I needed you because first and foremost, I can't do what you do. Only you can do what you do. You understand? I tried it. I could do a little something, but it's not the same. You understand? And my thing is, you respected me from leaving that house. And the thing is, the wives to cover their men because of everything that was going on. Lord, please bring my husband back home. See, there was a covering that happened. You understand? But then now we take the man out of the home, and now we tell her and we make her see that, oh, she actually no longer need him. He comes home and now he's lost his place in the family and stuff like that.
And I just want to make it clear again because I know some ladies are going to see this. And I hope you do see this because we're giving you like real perspective, but also understand yet listen to 4 men that understand that no, all women are not like
No,
that's
no,
not what we're
and
saying.
I'm not saying
we're not saying that
all men or all women.
right, we're
no.
not saying that all men
It's
do their
not.
job.
It's
Exactly.
We're not saying
exactly.
that. All we're speaking from
Yeah.
is the perspective that game gave. We're speaking
Listen.
all of that. We know there's dudes out there that ain't nothing. We know there's
Facts.
we know
And they
there's
provide
that we
money,
had.
food, everything else, and still go out and cheat. He didn't talk about that. There's provision, but he didn't talk about
So what
loyalty.
he's doing, let's talk about his receipts and all that, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, listen, we understand that every man is not a provider,
Right.
just like every woman is not a nurturer.
Right.
You understand?
So
and it's not these titles.
Exactly.
It's not these titles
Right.
that does. My thing is, it's just, we have to get back to even in those songs, bro. The songs that are out there, it's just separating us apart. Yo, I can do bad all by myself.
I don't
need
fuck with
you.
you.
I don't, none of that. Like, it's just, you understand? It's just before God is saying, let the two come together and become one.
Right.
Right? That's what biblical standards tells us.
So let me say, because I want to, again, the young lady I was talking to has a lot of sense.
Facts.
And she said to me,
Mm-hmm.
I know this all sounds like a big double standard, all the things I'm writing to you, and it seems like it's not right. But I'm going to tell you, this is one of the leading causes of divorce. The lack of communication, the lack of knowing who was supposed to do what. I know people getting a divorce behind that.
Can I tell you? A lot of people wait till they get married to have these conversations.
Conversation.
Exactly.
And what happens is, when we was dating, that's when we were supposed to courting and get to know each other and find out what your values are, what my values are. My thing is, especially for the men, let me just talk for me. You was just fine. And
36, 32.
you know what I'm saying? I know all the measurements and all of that. And even though you didn't like cleaning, you only like cooking like that, I can go past that. But this is what I was telling them off camera. What you tolerate during dating
Which you have to live with in marriage.
is what will actually kill you in the marriage because you can't get away from it.
What was the analogy, bro? What was it? Joel, if a mother cleans,
While you're dating, if you're there and you see that it's her mother that always cleans her room, just so you know, your house always gonna be a mess. Straight up. My thing is, if every time you come over, what we eating today? Like she never surprise you with a meal or that. That should tell you, oh, she gonna like cooking.
What happened?
So if you're a man, and again, I'm not bashing her for not wanting to cook, but if you're the type of man that wants to come home to a home cooked meal, brother, that's not the
I
one.
just want to say real quick, I can cook myself. But
See, and that's the problem. That we gotta stop saying that.
That is a problem.
No, it's a problem because this is what you said.
That means are you absolving your
You know what you're doing? We're not saying that, okay, just because you can cook, right? And just because she can cook, don't mean she's the only one that does the cooking, right? But when you say, baby, I don't even need you to cook enough, bro, what happens if you catch cancer? So don't got no strength, can't
So
do anything.
let me ask you a question, right?
immediately go.
Let me ask you a question, right? Realistically speaking, right? Yeah, because we're sticking to what the game is talking about, right?
Yeah.
Because he said you're protecting and providing. He said if you're lucky enough to get a woman that's cooking, cleaning, and holding it down sexually, right?
He said that if you're lucky enough to get an independent woman.
And, yeah, I didn't forget that independent woman.
So what's an independent woman though? Are you telling me that because my mother worked 2 jobs, to cook or this and that, or maybe she didn't work, or it don't make her independent? What is that independent?
What is the woman who can do what the guy can do, supposedly, in this role, who can play that same role?
See, okay,
So the man independent?
Now, question. All right, yeah. So I like these questions. Now, is that what society is saying an independent woman is? Is society saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because before I even ask this question, this is wrong. Is society saying an independent woman is a woman that does not need a man? Because I believe I need a woman, and there's a woman out there that needs me. So if you under this assumption,
that is a picture.
That is the picture
I'm
society
not. That's the picture.
That is the picture.
That's the picture
so
that's being painted.
I think we
So
all
hold on.
agree that that's wrong.
So yeah, that's the picture. Listen,
Okay, I get
the
you.
thing is, I want all my women to make the same amount of money as me
Right.
on if we're doing the same as that job.
Oh, no, he's like, I want all my women. I was like, oh.
I'm talking about
No, it
making
should be
jobs.
fair. It should be
Come on.
fair.
Hey, look, it should be fair.
Like,
It
women
should be
still
fair.
making what, 70 cents
they make
on the
less.
dollar of a man.
It should be
and then,
fair.
you know, you got the black
Right.
man, then the white man, and, you know, women like
Right.
that.
It should be fair.
What I'm saying
It
is,
should
that's
be
when
fair.
we're talking about equality. Yes, those things, if we both have a 4-year degree,
Right.
we both go into this job, we both start the same year, we should start at the same salary.
Right.
That's what I'm
I agree
saying.
for equality.
Right. So, because to go into that, that's not what we're talking about. We're
No,
not
we're
talking
not
about
talking about
against that independent
No,
woman.
no, we're
What
not.
we're talking about is against the independent woman that society
That
says,
idea.
hey, if you have the degree, if you have the job, if you have your own place, if you have your own car, you don't need a man. That is wrong.
Fact. Because that's what happened when the man went to jail, right? And the man started taking Section 8 and all of that. Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something?
Break it down.
I had a young man that I was counseling, and here, listen to this mentality. You have an opportunity to move to a better neighborhood. If you get this job, put your kid in a better situation as far as school and all of that. They didn't do it. You know why they didn't do it?
They lose the program.
Because if he makes more money, he'd rather just pay that little 300, that little 400. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, it's just our mentality.
He's stupid.
It's just so crazy. You understand that we refuse to grow. My thing is, when we talk about the structure of what the family is, again, everybody don't have the same structure. I'm only talking from my structural belief, which is biblical, right? It was supposed to be a partner. I don't believe in the 50-50 thing because I'm putting 100 in, you putting 100 in. Because if I'm putting 50 in, where's my other 50 going?
So I have
If
two-
you
I have two
only put
questions.
50,
I have
hold
two-
on. Where's the other 50 going? Number one, right?
Yeah.
And my thing is, we're supposed to be a partnership. So where is the independence in the family? My thing is, the mom and the dad, the husband and the wife, they're both working equally to put into what the family needs. What the family needs.
So
So
let me
the
go-
family might need 90% of my money,
So let
but
me,
need
pose,
50% of something else that you're doing.
let me pose two questions to you guys.
Good.
One question is to all of us, right? And we're just gonna do the questions, we're not gonna elaborate, we're gonna do the questions, we're gonna get on out of here so we can eat. Because we talk about food and all right?
We running.
So you get your lady, right? You want your lady to cook?
Yeah.
How many times a week would you like to have a meal?
I mean,
It's a
if I'm meal prep like every day.
So no. All right. So you would
said-
like your wife to cook every day or have food ready for you every day?
Just have food. Like you
Okay. All right. Well, 30 mil. Would you like your lady to cook?
I would like my lady to cook.
How many times a week would you like to have a meal for you?
I don't know if I have a number. I just want to eat though.
So
I mean-
okay.
Do you eat
But-
every day?
I eat every day.
So okay. So you working? You come home 7, 8 o'clock. You walk in the door. She asks you what we eating.
And what was she been doing? She was at work?
She was already home. You walked inside the door.
Oh.
She probably maybe she got off at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, there's gonna be a level of frustration, I think,
Mhm.
if that's not addressed. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. I'm not gonna be out working. That's not my life. But if I'm out working all day, I come home, you asking me what we eat.
All right, leave that there. You, I had a soft spot. I had a soft spot.
No. What I'm saying is, it's not a beef, but it's like, let's have
Oh, that's a
talk.
beef, brother.
That's
Because ain't no chicken on the table.
Shut up. How are you?
It's not
I'm sorry.
It's not a deal breaker. It's a conversation.
Okay.
And if we can't have a real conversation about that, that's a problem.
All right, go ahead, Joel. Would you like, Joel, would you like Joel, you're already married, so
Yeah.
do you want your wife to cook?
Yes.
How many times a day would you like to have food?
A day.
I eat.
I mean, sorry, a week. How many times a week?
We going from
I eat 3 times a day.
All right, well, how many times a week would you like to have food?
Every day, man. My body needs it every day.
Okay, so you come home,
Yeah.
are you with these brothers? You would like to at least say, hey, I didn't cook, can we get this? Like, at least notification, you know what I'm saying? Like,
if I get a notification, it's not an
Right.
issue. And again, too, we're having conversation. First and foremost, we're having conversation throughout the day.
Right.
Right? So that's not something like, if you're walking into that being surprised, first, that means y'all have no communication throughout the day. So there's really a bigger issue there. It's not really the cooking, it's just the fact that you walking in at 7 p.m. and that's when you find out.
Right.
That's what you're about to come on through, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So because my thing is, I'm not saying she gotta cook every day, but listen, we might have a day during the week where none of us cook. We go out.
Right.
That might be what we do. Or it might be, you know what? Thursdays I get home earlier or whatever it is. Or, you know, I decide that I'm gonna cook tonight. I'm gonna start, you know what I'm saying?
So I got a
we when you're talking
It's a we, but as a family though, it's always should be a we talk.
It's
bro.
a we talk.
So for me, I'm just like y'all. It would be like, hey, it would be nice to have a home cooked meal a couple of times throughout the week. And at least if I am,
Couple times, so not every day.
no, because my thing is, if I'm out working, at least say, hey, I didn't cook, but can we order some food? Because now my mindset is already, okay, I know there's not food, we gotta get something to eat.
Yeah.
So I'm on the same mindset. And don't get it twisted, ladies, you're talking to 4 men that can cook and
Yeah.
actually do cook.
Yes, cook very well.
All right? And we're gonna, hey look man, we're gonna leave it there because we gotta get some food. This episode, I don't know, we gotta break this up. Look man, follow us on Instagram at Breakfast with Bros. Follow the original Brian _ 30 _ Mil MIL.
Yeah.
Joel Polo Jr. That's
No
JR.
underscore.
And Gene Ben, alright?
Right?
G-E-N-E, not J-E.
Yeah, man.
He'll be back on social media one day.
One day
Jesus
I'll be
comes
back.
back.
Well, look,
Until then, go get that redemption, man.
Yes.
Redemptionbrand.com.
and
Go
then
get
if you
that.
made it this far, don't forget, please, theredemptionbrand.com. Please check out the poll that we have under this post and the notification.
Yes.
And also like, comment, share, subscribe. Comment whatever you want to tell us, any topics you want to hear in the future. Until then, love. Have an easy one.
You too.